I'm Mike Rowe, and this is my dirty jobs. I clean up the environment. Search for alternative energy.
So we're not drilling for oil. We're not even drilling for water.
Recycle odd things in some unusual places.
Look at that. That's incredible.
And discover that when it comes to the environment, it's brown before green.
It's important that the cow manure is fresh.
Oh, in the mud, just so you can stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
Today I'll be drilling holes into the ground to make use of the energy from the sun. Now how it all works, I have no idea. But there is a lot of drilling going on, and it's not for oil. And it looks real dirty.
This is a retirement community. At least it will be a couple of months from now. This is a hole in the ground. It's about 200-300 feet deep. And by the time the whole project is finished, there'll be 93 holes in the ground surrounding the retirement community. Why does the retirement community need 93 holes in the ground? I don't know, but these guys drilled them.
Right back down to the building. Cools it down.
So this is what you were saying before. This is how you're using the earth as a condenser.
As a condenser.
First, we have to get 200 feet of the trim line down the hole so we can pump the grout in.
This is like a race to see who has a heart attack first.
Once the bentonite and sand are mixed with water, we'll start pumping the grout down the hole.
There you go. Just pour it off in there.
Enhanced grout acts like an insulator and keeps the heat from escaping.
Still don't understand.
Lack of oxygen, the cold waters of Georgian Bay.
Yeah?
The market value of one of these logs is between $7,000 and $8,000. So every cut of this timber must be precise.
Get rid of the butter, lubricate the blades.
Believe it or not, from this one log, they'll make about 36 pieces of furniture. They do that by cutting the logs into paper-thin slices of veneer. They'll get about 75 to 100 sheets from this one log. Then they glue the veneer onto substrate, making the most out of this rare wood.
Not a bad cut.
The wood is then dried in a radio frequency vacuum kiln, which does the job 16 times faster than your conventional kiln and leaves the wood defect-free.
No substitute for elbow grease in the end.
Sometimes.
That piece of timber had been lying there in the mud since the mid-1800s, and it'd still be there if my eco-friendly scuba buddies weren't properly motivated to reclaim it. And at $8,000 a log, that's a lot of green for a little brown. Anyway, it raises an important point, I think, and that's that when people are motivated instead of lectured, they're more likely to do right by the environment. Just ask the boys up at the Winter Lake Lumber Company in Coquille, Oregon. They've been covering million-dollar homes with little pieces of wood that nobody else wants, and that's nothing to shake a shingle at.
Because trees are a renewable resource.
And it happens kind of quick, so if I say stop, just stop.
I will become a statue within a quarter of a second after your stop command. Holding it here.
Hold it there, because you want the saw to go across the board that way. There you go. A little too much, a little too much. There you go. Keep going, keep going. Okay, now wait a minute. The right hand goes on top.
This?
Like this. There you go. Perfect. To the right a little bit, to the right a little bit. Look at that. The body language is off a little bit. You were this way?
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
right.
hook. Okay, we'll do another one.
I was distracted, what with all the crap in my pants. But I can tell you that the woodsmen on dirty jobs are a healthy shade of brown. When we come back, the rubber meets the swamp, and the skid marks, also brown.
Then, I toss together a little mud hut that conserves resources. But how much does it cost?
It's just dirt cheap.
And later,
This letter off the internet comes from Janice. She writes, Dear Mike, every week it seems like Dirty Jobs features someone who is making a positive contribution to the environment. Very cool. My favorite was the one about the dairy farmer in New England who makes flower pots out of cow poo. What could be greener than that? That guy was so green he was brown. My question is, why isn't your show famous for talking about the environment? It should be. We think Dirty Jobs is the greenest show on TV. Well, that's great, Jana. I appreciate it. But the truth is, Dirty Jobs was never about saving the planet. Anybody ever get stuck through this thing?
Oh, yeah. You might be the first one, though.
It's really stuck in there. How long should it take a grown man to get a nail out of a tire, Luis?
Not too long.
I got you now. Yep. Oh, that's the problem. Wasn't a nail, it was a screw.
Over here, we're going to buff the tire.
All right, let's buff it.
I'm going to use my mask.
One thing I've learned, if the boss is wearing a mask, you're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
oddly, Luis's buffer doesn't actually buff. What it does do is shape the tire to correct size before getting a new tread.
See all the rust? All yours.
Do, or is this a...
Yeah. Try not to touch the rubber, okay?
Don't touch the rubber.
Don't touch the rubber.
Right. Don't touch the tire. Don't look at the tire. But I'm scared to touch anything now, because you've yelled at me twice now for touching
I did?
stuff.
Already?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, you gave me that look again.
Right. Yeah, you can let it go.
What in the world is this? If you tell me to lie down and put my feet in the stirrups, I'm out of here. I'm getting the feeling you're about to move very quickly and do a lot of things that are going to confuse me.
No, yeah, okay?
Oh.
There you
Oh. But that's it.
That's it. That's all it does.
The tire is sealed into the envelope to prevent the steam from coming into contact with the new tread during the bonding process.
This is called a tread bonder.
It's a tread bonder.
And down it goes.
Down it goes.
So it's just like a pressure cooker in a kitchen.
It is, right?
Now that's
See the steam.
That stinks. It's like a smelly donut.
That stinks.
But beautiful though. Looks brand new. Yeah, I know tires are more black than brown, but they're closer to brown than green. When we come back, what do you get when you combine a bucket of dirt with a bucket of poo? Only the greenest house on the block.
Hey, Mike, do one more, will you?
Barsky. And later, I serve my time. You know, a 400 or 500 square foot house out of Cobb for, what, a few grand?
Yeah. Actually, I think the term is dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap. We're going to press it into, as much as we can, into harder layer below there.
Yeah, but you're missing.
Times.
That's fresh.
Work better to make it into a sticky plaster. You can use your hands too. It's not just
Yeah, it's just cow crap.
it's just cow crap. You don't want to get a high-speed drill with the manure, you know,
No, you don't.
going all over
You
the
don't want
place.
that. I'm not even sure I want this.
It smells a little, huh?
Yeah, it does. Well, it's probably the cow.
Most likely.
Is it plaster or is it poo? Yeah. Oh. I'm not even sure how to respond to that, to tell you the truth. 3 years later, and I still don't know what to say. Although, to this day, I can still taste the poo. In this area here, in the back of the throat. Ah. New low.
This outside, the plastering is actually one of the nicest parts of the building process.
So far, it's been a dream.
At Heal the Bay, hope to see steelhead trout swimming up Solstice Creek.
Stream restoration and dam removal. It's a dirty job. Now, according to Mike Rowe's manifesto, anything worth doing hurts a little. Trust me on that. I walked funny for 2 days after that job. There was some blood in my urine, and my shoulder still makes this weird clicking sound when I brush my teeth. It was a tough day.
It'll be empty. We do save a little chunk of it so that they'll smell it and they'll know that this is the dump. We're seeding the dump.
Look at you, way up there on the top of the food chain, trying to save the planet. And down here, a couple of 100 trillion ants scurrying about, fully integrated into their own environment. What can we learn from the ant? Plenty. They put their dump over here. They keep their food over there. General living area over here. They even have figured out something for the old folks to do. Ants, you see, don't need to be green because ants are naturally down with brown.
Clippity clips, would you? Wire cutters, to be more precise.
Wire cutter sounds manly. Clippity clip sounds a little sissy, to be honest with you.
Clippity clips?
Here you go, Brenda. If those don't work out, I'll get you some snippety poos. Ma'am, there's a baby on your back. Just so you know. Okay.